It's a beautiful feel-good Friday morning, Lagos. This is the Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. We are your love music, love vibe station. It's 33 minutes past 6 a.m. 23rd day of May, 2025. My name is Ayokunmi, and it's that time to get into the world of business. Yes, in the next 15 minutes, we'll be talking about business-related matters. This is brought to you by IntoSwitch, and you know it's a Friday, and every single Friday, it's all about the tech side of life. So it's all about tech-related matters on Business Express this morning. Great to have you join us on another amazing 15-minute ride. And it's going to be a very interesting one. Hey, it always is an interesting one on Business Express. This morning, we'll be taking a look at tracking fuel prices in Nigeria online. Yes, indeed. Interesting thoughts there. And to find out what exactly we'll be talking about, you need to keep it locked right here. My guest joining me this morning to give us an idea of what this is all about is the CEO of Petrol Price .com in the person of Jeremiah Olatide. Very good morning to you, Jeremiah. Great to have you on the show.
Yeah, Hayo, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for taking out the time early in the morning. I know you probably like to be snoozing or something, but I'm glad to have you to have
Yeah,
this discussion.
yeah,
Yes, indeed. Yes,
I'm a
indeed.
early riser. I wake up
Ah,
early
okay.
most times.
Okay. I mean, if not for the fact that I need to be here, I would be in bed. So we are two different people in that regard.
Yeah.
For you listening to us right now, you can join us on WhatsApp and share your thoughts with us there. The number is 0809 444 0981. We're also streaming on YouTube if you'd like to have an audio visual. YouTube, we're at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. All right, Jeremiah, let's jump right into the nitty-gritty of the matter this morning. Now,
Yeah.
talking about tracking fuel prices online. I know Nigeria used to publish petrol price templates under the former PPPRA, that's the Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency, but they stopped doing so. I mean, shouldn't there be a digital way to track prices from the government as a source?
Okay, thank you for having me once again. And personally, I feel government does not have any business with tracking petroleum prices. And I'm going to quote Gas Booty in the US. Gas Booty has been around since the early 20s. They track retail prices across United States. And we also have the oilprice.com that tracks oil prices, Brent crude, WTI, natural gas, and all of that. So
Okay.
I feel the responsibility of price tracking boils down to individuals like us that has petroleum price.ng, that has the capacity, the onions, and the integrity to track prices. If you allow the federal government deal with the onions of tracking prices, you are not going to get fair prices. Only an
Oh.
independent individual who track prices in Nigeria.
Hmm. Okay,
So
interesting
you
stuff.
have, so currently
Okay.
we have the petroleum price.ng that tracks depot prices across the 4 coastal zones in Nigeria. You have the over 120 depots and refineries in Nigeria. Petroleum Price.ng is a digital platform that track prices in real time, and it
Hmm.
enables the user have a real-time access to prices across the depot.
All right, all right. Interesting stuff there. I mean, you said it clearly from your perspective. Government has no business doing that. And that's something that you do, which brings me to the fact that yes, your website actually tracks petrol prices. But I've just been wondering how exactly do you get these prices and then funnel them through to your website? What's the
Oh,
process
thank
like?
you. Thank you. Well, I've been around for the past a decade. Over
Oh,
10
wow.
years I've been around the industry, and we've built solid relationship across all petroleum depots and filling stations in Nigeria, where we have official and unofficial contacts within and around those storage facilities that
Okay.
gives us the prices in real time, and we upload petroleumprice.ng for users to get to see prices in real time. Sometimes in a day, prices at the depot changes with over for like over 3 times in a day or 4 times in a day. And as it
Oh, wow.
changes, we update the websites, and users commuters, oil and gas stakeholders, industry experts, the media get to see prices in real time.
Man, just the thoughts of, fuel prices changing, like 3 times in a day. That I'm just looking like, wow, why is that such a, back and forth, back and forth? But, when it comes to those prices, like you said, sometimes prices can change up to 3 times in a day. Are you always up to date on the site when it comes to these changes when they happen? Or is there some kind of like delay in terms of updating, or is it almost always in real time? As the price changes, the site also, reflects that.
Yes, in less than 10-15 minutes, as soon as the price changes at the depot, it reflects on our platform. Because the essence of Petroleum Price.ng is to give the users the opportunity to view prices in real time so they could make informed decisions. Just like the oil prices, it changes in real time. Oil prices could change 5-10 times a day, depending on so many factors: demand and supply internationally. You have tariff war. You have tension around. Prices could just change. And as soon as those prices changes, it reflects at the depot in real time. So that is why we have this tracker to enable stakeholders, to enable retail outlet owners, to enable the end users to have a feel of prices at the depot level, because depot prices determines the retail prices. As soon as prices change at the depot level, in less than a week, you are going to see changes at the retail level. That's at the pump. And that is where it gets to the end users.
All right. Interesting stuff. Now, I'm just wondering here, and this is probably a quote unquote silly question here, but are you familiar with globalpetrolprices.com? Could we ever get a website that tracks energy prices for let's say the West African or even the entire ECOWAS region? Could that ever happen? What do you think?
Yeah, quite frankly, globalpetroleumprices.com, they are doing a very great job. And they track prices across across the world. They track petrol prices, they track diesel prices. So it is a good one. They are really adding value to the petroleum industry in Africa by displaying price in real time. While you have Petroleum Price.ng in Nigeria that displays prices in Nigeria, in the Nigerian environment. So Petroleum globalprices.com, they are doing a great job. And it's a 21st century, it's a digital world. We need to go digital when it comes to prices in Nigeria. And I think petroleumprice.ng has made a very big move to achieve that.
All right, good. Okay, now looking at, let's just bring things to a more holistic level here and talk about the global oil prices. What do you make of them right now, being at such a low level? Yes, you're a player in this particular field, so you could give us, your thoughts on the fact that the prices are low at this point.
Well, quite frankly, the oil prices at the moment will remain between $60 per barrel to $65 per barrel. That is my projection. And I'm going to tell you that Trump is really pushing for lower prices because he is the front runner for the war between Russia and Ukraine. And he feels that if prices drops, Russia will not have enough revenue to keep pushing forward for the war. So I think oil prices will keep dropping, but it's unfortunate that it's not reflecting at the depot prices and at our retail prices here. Earlier, last month, the 2nd of April, Trump imposed a worldwide tariff that made crude prices drop from $75 per barrel to $59 per barrel. That is huge. The last time that happened was in 2020 during the COVID. So looking at that, the prices at the local level here is supposed to have dropped to 700, 650, 750 per liter from the depot level to the retail level. So I think we really need to do a lot. We need sincerity, and we need to be transparent when it comes to pricing of our petroleum products in Nigeria.
Right, right, right. I'm in agreement with you on that one. And it's interesting that you talked about the fact that prices actually should have dropped. We should have seen a reflection right here in Nigeria because Dangote just reduced its fuel prices again. No word from NNPCL. I mean, shouldn't we be seeing those fuel prices in Nigeria drop, seeing that the prices of oil, as you mentioned, have already dropped globally?
Yeah, for me, the price of the drop in price of Dangote subsidiary stations, for me, it is not substantive. A 15 naira drop will not have impact on the petroleum markets because
Right.
you have just 6 subsidiaries, the likes of MRS that has between 600 stations. You have Adova that has pretty 450 stations out of the 50,000 stations we have in Nigeria. So those subsidiaries make just less than 5% or 5% of the total number of stations in Nigeria. So that drop will not have effect in prices of petroleum products. You still see independent marketers still selling a bit higher. You still see in the north, as I speak to you, in the northeast, prices of fuel are sold between 980, 990, and 1,000 naira. So it means that the price is supposed to have dropped far, far, far lower than that, looking at the drop in crude oil price. As I speak with you this morning, Brent crude is at $64 per barrel. That should reflect at our pump. At the pump, we should be selling between 750, 730, 760 at the pump. While at the depot level, it should be 700. So global prices are not reflecting on our local prices. And everything boils down to the transparency in the industry. So I think the NMDPRA has a lot to do to look into areas where prices, international prices, reflect at our local prices here.
This issue of transparency and Nigeria, I don't know, for the longest time, they have not been in the same sentence at all. And like you said, the NMDPRA have quite a bit to do. If the global prices are saying this, and that should translate to prices in Nigeria saying this, and we're not saying that, then what exactly is it that we are doing? But anyways, it's been an interesting morning with you, Jeremiah. Before I let you go, because time has actually flown by, I just want to get your outlook for oil prices for the rest of the year. What do you think, or what do you feel it's going to look like for the rest of 2025?
Okay, well, personally, as an expert and as a price expert in the industry, prices throughout the year will not exceed $65 per barrel. We have so many factors. The first factor is the Trump factor. Trump is heavily pushing for lower prices. And he feels if OPEC fixes lower prices, prices of gasoline in US will drop. Secondly, OPEC Plus, they've planned a massive output for May and June. They have increased their production output. And the factors that determines oil prices is demand and supply, basically. If you have a whole lot of supply or production from the OPEC members, prices will drop. And when production is reduced, prices will definitely surge up. So currently, we have so many factors that would keep prices between $60 per barrel to $65 per barrel. So throughout this year, prices are going to hover between $60 per barrel to $65 per barrel. That's my prediction.
Well, let's see if your prediction is going to be bang on the money by the end of 2025. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Friday morning. I've been talking to Jeremiah Olatide, CEO of Petrol Price .com. Thank you so much once again for being a part of the show.
Absolute pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Have a great Friday and a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you for being a part of Business Express this morning, brought to you by InterSwitch. Keep it tuned to the Smooth Breakfast. It's going to be a great morning of great music. And at 7:30, we'll take a walk into the world of news and the papers on Freshly Pressed.
Bye.